Colonel William Guile. One of the greatest martial artists in the world travels the global tournament circuit, using it to conceal his top-secret mission as leader of an elite group of international crime fighters known only by their code name, Street
We're trying to find a way to have you open your heart. You don't know what song we're doing.
If you feel like you want to scream, if that's your way of letting off steam, then scream on. Scream on. If you want to say something to say, and talking is the only way, rap on. Rap on.
Oh, you might as well like the blunt, or you can wait till I.
I'm looking in the comments, niggas be like, man, y'all blunt last week. This shit stayed lit. They not see us fire up the other. Y'all had one blunt for the whole video. Nigga, no, we didn't.
Okay, it's 3. You can light the blunt up now. Oh, I gotta put that dab in the video. Nigga, that dab just became famous.
Dabs is old.
Nigga, they old. Nikes is old. Motherfucking my Toyota Camry is old. Nigga, some old shit is good. Fuck it. Some shit just ain't going out of style. There we go. Alright. What's going on YouTube? You just walked into the middle of some shit.
Yo.
It's your nigga Uptown Jackson.
It's your nigga Ice City 510.
God damn it, I want some numbers behind my name. Nigga, we back. You knew we were coming back for this shit. You clicked on the link. You know what we're going to talk about.
So, I'm just letting y'all know right now. We breaking this motherfucker down. I'm talking like, nigga, me and this nigga just went 5-5 and we just got out. We did like 2 years, and this the first time we about to smoke some real weed in a long time. This shit getting broke down. So get your weed, roll it up, smoke it. You gonna be in for a nice little ride right here.
Yeah, you niggas know on a normal battle, our fucking reviews can be as long, if not longer, than the battle. This ain't no fucking surprise. Some of you niggas may be new to this shit.
And be like, oh, damn.
But a lot of you niggas ain't new to this shit. You know what the fuck is gonna happen.
They got a review. It's like 50 minutes, maybe an hour long.
Nigga, because we have discussions, nigga. This is a discussion. And we want you to be a part of it. So leave your comments below.
Yeah, we'll get to them motherfuckers.
And yes, nigga, I'm gonna come off biased as shit. But I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, like, we about to get into the battle. So, Daylyt URL debut. Daylyt round 1. Daylyt go first. What does he do? He starts off with saying some shit like, "Is everybody listening? I need y'all to hear." Or
is everybody here?
I need y'all to listen. Something like that. But he starts off.
Let you know there's gonna be some entendres.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
of the double and triple nature.
Like we said, when we watch this video, if you ain't seen Daylyt versus Shotty Horror, watch that. Cause it's glimpses. It's not the same, but the nigga was spazzing out in that motherfucking battle, just like he was spazzing in this battle. But it's like glimpse of it. And when he started off the battle, he was like, "I need everybody to put on y'all thinking caps." And then he was like, "Cool, y'all can go." Then he started off into a scheme. But the nigga Daylyt, boom, he started off with some little shit like that.
Started off, yeah, you know, he had the little things like Space Dog, Astro, da-da-da. So you kind of knew what he was going to do. He threw on the mask, which was cool because he kind of got it out the way.
Did the little, talked about, you know, made the Tekken reference with King.
That shit, that was hot. Fucking the Tekken, y'all picked this cat to be king or some shit like, man.
You know, then threw them ski mask on. fucking lick the smack floor stage, doing Daylyt
It
shit.
tastes like smack to me. Nigga, I had an uncle on heroin, nigga. It did not taste like smack to you.
Then he got into how he created the PGs. You know what I'm saying? How that was his idea, his thought. Not basically exactly all his, but he was a big part of the PGs doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? So he got into that.
And how it related, like Mike P wouldn't even be there if it wasn't for him. Fucking talked about all my children and how like all the PGs is kind of have to tip a hat to this nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So then after that, he got into his Summer Madness 3. He got into his URL when Daylyt was like, it's not me versus Mike P, it's me versus the URL. This to me where he got into his whole thing, where he was talking about what happened in Summer Madness 3, how he was supposed to battle Save Sever, and he marked Smack out, marked out Smack, and did all the shit. And I was like, that's why I was like, nigga, to me, Daylyt is like the Kanye West of battle rap. And if you don't understand what I'm saying now, you're gonna understand by the end of this motherfucking video. The nigga knows how to take some shit, and it doesn't just have to be music or rap. It can be pure entertainment. So he didn't get to battle on Summer Madness 3. What that nigga do, that nigga ran in and raved about him marking out Smack, taking $500, which was false. He said the shit in the battle like, I lied, I said this, I did that, I got banned from URL, and then he went into some bars about everything about being $2,000.
6, but shit, the act was free. I lied. I lied like I quadrupled my 500, which got me double banned. Man, they said Daylyt act 2G, but they keep it They said Daylyt act 2G, but they keep it 2 stacks. They done gave me my second grand entrance.
Yeah, and once again, like I really just like the way this nigga put some shit together. He started talking about how he took the 500, quadruple that, and it all spoke to what the fuck he said. And he started talking about I'm 2G, double stack G, second grand entrance. Like, the nigga knows how to weave a bunch of shit together. And
so beautifully.
Yeah, dude, and it has like he doesn't really say a lot of shit that has one meaning, or if it does have one meaning, it's a reach or a scheme, and it's just so fucking clever. And so I really enjoyed this round. I thought it was kind of, and they say the audio because you couldn't hear the crowd, but I thought it was disconjointed. I didn't like the way he stopped. His pacing seemed kind of off, and if it was due to the audio, then it was. But to me, this was his lightest round, and it still was kind of like, it was really him warming up, because he really kind of turns up throughout the whole battle. So I can see how this round was a really good, like a warm up for him.
Yeah, he had a little hidden bar in there where he was like, envision my spine, I guess Daylyt back, you see. Like, I'm like, to me, shit like that is hot as fuck.
Yeah, I actually totally fucking missed it until he was like, that shit was hot when he did that. And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's
that was hot. And in my mind, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, like you saying a lot. You're actually saying what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like that's basically it. It ain't no hitting or anything. It's like envision my spine, Daylyt back, you see. If you envision my spine, you're gonna see my back. Like, it's not that hard, but like everybody don't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Only real motherfucking writers do it. But like he said, it was Daylight's lightest round. That's the thing where he ended with the whole Flintstone shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me, that's where he started. If it would have been
when he does I am to this, you are to that, like you are the friend zone. I'm like, all right, this nigga needs some filler, needs to stretch some shit out, and it's easy, it's low hanging fruit for people that don't really get the advanced bars. That's something that they can grasp onto and be like, yeah, nigga said the shit about the Bedrock House, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I'm not saying that the round was weak, just that part at the end really didn't work that well for me. Mike P's first round, he had some shit. Mike P came out swinging in that.
Mike P came out and made a fucking statement.
He had the whole.
There's gonna be a fucking battle.
Yeah, he did. When he welcomed Daylyt to the URL and let that nigga know,
It's your first battle that counts.
So everybody watching you, what you about to shit on the stage? No, I'm gonna lick it. I ain't gonna shit on it. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm about to spit on this motherfucker. So he licked the stage. That was Daylyt. But Mike P welcomed that nigga to the URL. He had the thing about the Hawkeye and bird eye view and turn Quill into a stew pigeon. Like he started coming out like I like this whole.
He was in attack mode.
Yeah, he was.
He was in attack mode.
He even said, you know what I'm saying, Daylyt, you gonna come in here and you gonna spit a whole bunch of over your head bars. And I know that Daylyt spit a whole bunch of overhead bars. Like I know that more of the people in half of that room did not know what the fuck Daylyt was talking about when we started getting into some of this shit. Like they didn't get the shit, but they reacted. That's what's up. But that didn't stop Mike P from going in. He had that little Daytona scheme when he was like, you racking up mileage day. He said something about a headlight. He said the whole shit about the whole like Daytona NASCAR Daylyt.
I liked it better than the famous Chilla Jones versus Chase C car scheme. I think that's when Chilla did his little scheme about the car. Like I liked it better than that shit. Like Mike P came, that nigga was eating.
He said the shit about
on that first round. God damn.
Man, get the metal to his mouth. That's the start of the Chappelle show. That shit was fucking hot. Started off electrifying, boiling out. In my past life, nigga, I was Pikachu. That shit was motherfucking hot. The whole, I'ma just tell you where I'm from before.
Like a Brooklyn cat.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know how many people that don't watch battle rap or don't know niggas from Brooklyn get that. But thank you, Steams, personally for me, because that shit made that shit so much more funny because it's just in your head I hear, I'm from Brooklyn.
Like,
thank you. I love that shit. And yeah, Mike P, the good shit, nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, way to come out swinging your first round in the whole Veterans Day line.
You can't control a crowd when they put a line down. I'll flip a crip with a piece of mind now. Well, I just turned a 6 upside down. He's a 9 now. Fuck reaction. I said fuck reactions. But if they let him in day, the name remains on the chest. It's a Letterman's day, you better win day. Because if you can't serve a young soldier, how you gonna march with the Veterans Day? But it's your day. But it's your day.
That was a strong way to end your first round. Not saying that's not what he said and he ended it, but to me, like his ending of his
that was
first
a good
round
stamp.
was stronger than
like
Daylyt's.
you had some good high points and you had So now at this point in the battle, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta watch it again. But I think Mike P might have got this round. What the fuck is going on?
But like I said, I'm watching this battle. When I watched Daylight's first round, because I was hearing so much about the battle, I was expecting more from the battle. So when I seen Daylyt first round, and it wasn't like up to my it was good, but it wasn't up to for the first watch. Because you got to watch the battle a couple of times, you know what I'm saying?
As we like to say.
So for the first watch, it wasn't up to my expectations. Mike P, I was like, damn, Mike P got Daylyt on that first round. You know what I'm saying? I watched it a couple of times. I'm still going to say that. Mike P got Daylyt on that first round. So I was like, this nigga Daylyt is going to have to pick this shit up in the second round. And that's exactly what that nigga does. Like,
now, I don't know if this speaks too much into like my personal beliefs. I don't know if this speaks into what I like when I hear a nigga rap. And I'm not like even like a big B-Dot fan, but B-Dot is cool. But when I heard Daylyt's second round, I literally couldn't listen to it all the way through the first time because I was just like that impressed. Like I had to sit back and think about how this nigga constructed it. And then I heard it all the way through.
I'm glad you said that.
And this is really like one of my favorite rounds, if not of all time, definitely that I've heard this year. And I've heard some pretty good rounds this year. Thank You Av versus Nitty and a couple of other fucking battles. But this round right here was fucking... This is actually the only round that I took notes. You niggas know I hate fucking taking notes. I actually took notes just in case I didn't like his notes.
Yeah. Well, like with this round, this is what I want to say too. Like he said, when I heard this, like people like, oh, B Dot do this shit, Loaded Lux do it, but it's not the same. Like it's a certain way that you gotta say shit to get people to listen to it when you say it. It's not just what you're saying, is how you're saying it sometimes, and that shit is effective. And in battle rap, how you say shit is the most effective way to get it across. It's how you deliver it, how it comes across when you say the shit. Now, the thing about this second round, I know motherfuckers was like, oh, this nigga Daylyt rapped for this long, and Mike P only rap. All right, so I actually took the time to see how long Daylyt rapped in his second round. And this nigga rapped for 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Like he started, at 25:43, Mike P was like, nigga, y'all niggas need to call time. But Daylyt started at 16:50 and he stopped at 26:50. Now that's really like 10 minutes. But when you go and if you go and you count in the crowd reaction, because everything he was saying, like after every bar, he was getting like a crowd reaction, and you stop the time for like about that 4 to 5 seconds. He only rapped for about 5 minutes and 15 seconds, and I got how long Mike P actually rapped for it too. And it was really, Daylyt only rapped a minute longer than Mike P in the second round. But his second round, he literally, like, if you want to say a nigga left Earth, this is a round that this is something you say a nigga left Earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is an actual, not, oh, he left Earth the second round. Like how? He said a no. Like
no.
Nigga.
This nigga broke down his blood, like, oh my God. Everything from the Infinity Gauntlet to Jules in the Punch to motherfucking breaking down this nigga's RH fucking blood type, letting him through the start. Like, everything this nigga said was some fucking real ass shit to be talking about.
Alright, with all that being said, let's go through what the nigga actually said in his second round.
Heavy sound, see greatness whenever God moves. To every setup, it's the Metatron's cube. This is when I triangles with every round. See the pin crack through syntax. Similes, enemies finna be omelets when I choose them for lunch. You think the rap's random, damn them. The energy I'm with is Infinity Gauntlet. Nigga, it's jewels in the punch. See, I do this.
So the nigga started off talking about Thoth, Bird God. Like, if y'all don't know who Thoth is, for
I write for my disciple growth. They telling me Mike was Thoth? Y'all really think this Bird God? Why drop more tears than the word cry? How you expect to see me in 3 when you don't rap with your third eye?
who is Thoth? Who is this Bird God? Okay, so this is all right. If I'm not mistaken, like Thoth is actually the nigga that's been living on the planet. I don't know. He was around like in Atlantis times. He was here when Atlantis was here. You know what I'm saying? And he lived and he created the fucking emerald tablets. And it's these motherfuckers that's like indestructible and nothing can like destroy these motherfuckers like nothing. They like completely go against everything like the law of physics and science say, like the emerald tablets are indestructible. But they have so much information on these motherfuckers that this dude left. And it's like talking about everything that Daylyt covered in the second round. It's talking about like Thoth being a bold god. And then like when he said, oh, you can't cry as many tears. You can't cry as many tears as the word cry. How can you see me in your 3 when you don't even rap with your third eye? Like all that shit.
Niggas talking about how
Metatron's cube.
Goddamn, the Anunnaki.
What's the Metatron's cube? Like, before you even go into that. Like,
it's that sacred geometry, talking about like the way you put shapes together. That's why he said our triangles and a circle is part of the construction of the Metatron's cube. And in that math is where you find the voice of God. Same thing with the fucking Tesseract, like he found infinity. It's all about like sacred geometry and like all of that shit was dope. And that wasn't even everything that he said. But yeah, when the nigga was talking about triangles and fucking Nibiru and the Nephilim, which is when he was talking about the negative RH with the Stargate, is the Nephilim are the fallen angels, and only a select few from Northern Europe have this blood type of these fucking cursed beings.
Then that nigga started going and Snake Man, Reptilian, and Anaconda.
And to me, I don't know if he did this on purpose, but he started with Snake Man and then he ended with Serpentor, and that's Cobra, and the shit made me think of like G.I. Joe. So once again, I'm like, this nigga, everything he does has at least two meanings, and this round, like even the snake scheme is a great example of how there's different levels to what people do. And but I don't understand how you can be like, oh, this nigga is dope because he spit this type of scheme, and then fucking Daylyt or somebody like Daylyt does the same thing with a lot more finesse and in a way more intricate manner, and you get mad because you don't understand it all.
Yeah, it's different when you're like, yeah, I'm hot, dog. You need to catch up. You relish in
Stadium food, you overpriced, dog.
Relish in the moment. If I got my mustard with my mayo, let us run up on like that. That's boring scheming. Like the shit Daylyt is doing is like
even his little shit. So
it's like word for word is a motherfucking bar.
Like I said, the Serpentor and Cobra, that might not even be what he meant, but it might be.
It's not, but it wasn't Serpentor. It was serpent.
But it could have, the nigga could half his shit was a reach. But then he started with the snake scheme. But then even the shit like
really though, like
he said the shit about like the floppy disk, the square, knock out your memories.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he had the shit about the Starbox kid,
Indigo Child,
and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like if y'all don't if you don't know what this is, watch Spirit Science. It's the shit on YouTube called Spirit Science. If you go watch that, you will trust me. You will catch up on all of this shit. You'll watch all this shit and watch Daylyt battles and be like, damn, I get the nigga now. He had the whole shit with the fucking, he talked about how he was the Anunnaki. So like I said, in the first round, you want to talk about a nigga leaving Earth. This is what I mean when you say a nigga left Earth.
You mean in the second round?
Yeah, I'm sorry. In the second round, when you say a nigga left Earth and compared to the way Loaded Lux ain't even rap like this yet. B-Dot does do it like this, but it's like he does it to where it's not the street nigga. It don't got that street nigga feel. It's so preachy and conscious way to where it's kind of like you're talking to a conscious motherfucker. Like you expect this from him. It's not hitting at all. Like you hear it. Like Daylyt does it and it's hitting very well. The nigga talked about, once again I'm saying all this world, he talking about Thoth, Metatron's Cube, Infinity Gauntlet, Nibiru, Stargates, Reptilians, Starbox Kids, Anunnaki. Yeah. So that's all in the second round. That's all shit from not this world. Like that's, yeah. So that's the shit I'm getting. That's the beginning of his second round.
Yeah, this nigga rap more in the beginning of his second round with content wise than a lot of niggas do in they whole fucking battle.
Then the million arms chop through your centipede shit, the bomb on the square, but I feel I can lay more down, whip him in a casket like we hearse driving. Yeah, you thought you was running to the you thought you was bout it, but now you ran into the masterpiece. Like the nigga, I played my part too. Everybody came to sequel. Last battle, this nigga had 2 hot lines and everybody thinking we equal. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, just everything the nigga said was hot.
All in the second round.
And I hated the fact that the crowd kept doing the reactions, but at the same time, nigga, if I was there, I probably would have been right along with him because everything this nigga said,
I school niggas to death.
Was hot.
Columbine. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? The flow must be strong. deodorant, whatever the fuck that nigga like. The shit was so crazy in the second round. He has line for line for line for line.
Even the white guy that shows up at every smack battle, the people be like, "Who is that?" That nigga was fucking feeling the shit and giving a lot of everything this nigga said was just good. I mean, it was just nothing else. Everything the nigga said was fire in the second round.
So like I said, put on the comments if I'm wrong. Daylyt started rapping at 16:50 and he stopped at 26:50. If you do look at it, all you gotta do is pull out your phone and pull out a stopwatch. Go through his round. Listen to the motherfucker. Every time you hear that nigga say a bar and you hear a crowd reaction or you hear him stop, just stop the clock. When he started rapping, it started again. Also, even what I did was, if the nigga repeated a bar, if he said like, I'm coming through here and then I'm about to do this, and then he stopped, and then he was like, I'm coming through here and I'm about to do this, that's when I started the time. So I did that for him and Mike P. The nigga only rapped for 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Mike P started to rap at motherfucking 27:30. And he stopped rapping at 33 minutes. And the nigga rapped for 4 minutes and 21 seconds. So Daylyt didn't even rap a minute longer than him. So the second rounds was pretty fair. It was just the crowd reaction because all the shit Daylyt was saying was getting the crowd. It's like when Tay-Rock be rapping, he gotta stop because the crowd be keep going. That's why his rounds be so fucking long. I was just watching him versus C3. Like, it's the same fucking thing when the crowd reaction, like, y'all can watch the battle and do the same shit I did. It's that fucking simple. And you'll be like, damn, these niggas, okay, well, and it let you know. In Daylyt's second round, it with probably like 40 more seconds, when I tell you the same thing Mike P said, he got way more across than Mike P did. Mike P second round, he started off with his little normal day. I heard you crazy, Day. Day writes crazy, Day, crazy, Day. And then he got into some shit. Oh, he did the so many fans. I don't see how you got so many wins with the fans spinning, but so many wins, but you lack fans or you lack wins. You got so many fans spinning with the lack of wins. And then he got into this little breeze scheme that he started doing, which was...
Well, I fuck with you, but I ask a friend. Has there ever been a GOAT with so many fans spinning but such a lack in wins? Hey, see ya, Breeze. I said, hey, see ya, Breeze by the notions. It ain't true. He said URL fans is stupid. They cruel, a king of pawns, I guess, in a air condition to make rules. Now you gonna stand here, propel, and expect them to stay cool? I mean, them...
Pretty cool. And then after that shit, the nigga said one thing. He did a Lux impression, which was all right.
Mike P?
Yeah, in the second round.
Is that the weird carbon copy with Down syndrome? Oh yeah, because this is the round where he said the dragon blood. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then after he said that, Mike P really didn't have no more highlights in his second round. Like, yeah, he got the Breeze thing, the Lux impression, and the dragging people like a Targaryen. And he rapped for 4 minutes and 21 seconds. He had a lot of dry spots in his second round. It was not. Yeah, it wasn't as good as it was not as good as his first round.
No, and the shit that the shit that hit really fucking hit. Like I ain't gonna take away. And it was good shit. But there really, to me, is no comparison in like the amount of shit Day fucking spit in his second round versus the amount of, like, Mike P had a really good round. But fucking Daylyt had a fucking classic round. The fuck you want from me?
Yeah. Like, you're talking about, once again, around, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm saying this because some people might say Mike P got the second round because you don't know what the fuck Daylyt was talking about. But like I said, you got a okay round to a nigga that just literally left Earth.
You know what? I just thought about this, and I don't even know if. But you think of the best game Steph Curry has ever played, and there have been some amazing games. None of them have been as legendary as Jordan's flu game. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just something special about Jordan killing this shit in the flu that's just a higher fucking level. And to me, like, Daylyt's fucking second round was just a higher level in the fucking knowledge that he was getting and the way he was doing it and the amount of shit that he managed to fit into that round. It's just some different shit.
Yeah. So the second round, I'm giving the Daylyt. Now let's talk about the third round because it's really probably people gonna say it's gonna come down to. It's gonna come down to this third round. Daylyt third round. He starts off with a wheel scheme. And he was like my inner, you know what I'm saying, my inner drive, something outspoken, like he even while he started rapping, niggas was like, oh my God, like he couldn't even get the shit off. Then he went in from the wheel scheme to the motherfucking how Mike P spell how he spell his name. Police.
Oh, you think it's a difference?
Like, nigga, like POOU, like, it's not. It's the same shit, nigga. You the motherfucking police.
And once again, he has those little, and to me, they're reaches, but they're clever reaches. Like, oh, you a copycat. And then he did some shit about niggas with the bellies and the petty. But yeah, I get that they're reaches, but they fucking clever. And once again, it's what he's trying to say. Go ahead. So, I'm gonna fucking digress.
But that's not a reach, though.
I'm hot. Just keep going with your notes.
Yeah.
I'm hot.
So then he had the motherfucking, the police apartments. That
was dope.
Like, the flip on that shit was nice. And then the motherfucking, the pots, how my pops taught me to roll with the toes. That's how I was bred.
Mama fucking told us to cut it out, but you raise us in the street.
And then this nigga Street Fighter scheme. Now, if you want to talk about scheming, like the shit this nigga Daylyt be doing with the schemes is crazy. Like, if you didn't see him versus Charlie Clips, I'm pretty sure you did. But like, he did the Mortal Kombat scheme.
That was Chilla Jones.
Was that Chilla Jones?
Mortal Kombat scheme was Chilla Jones.
Okay, all right.
The first round he was going nigga
all right, that's what I'm saying. Okay, well damn, I'm that high right now. I thought it was a Charlie. We was there at the Charlie Clips one too, though, right?
Yeah.
All right, but the Chilla Jones one, I was there. But that scheming shit, I felt like, damn, nigga, that was on a whole nother level. But when he did this shit, when he started off with the Ryu shit, like, even Mike P was like, you an asshole for that, but like, how dare you motherfucking even do some shit like that, knowing. And that nigga, not only did he scheme the characters, he schemed the moves that you press, the buttons that you press to do these niggas' moves.
Once again, I can say it, and you can call me a dick rider. You can say I'm fucking biased, but if you don't see the difference in his Street Fighter scheme with pick any other scheme that Mike P has ever done on cam, like that is inherently the difference in what this nigga was spitting versus what the nigga standing across from him was spitting. Like, that Street Fighter scheme was it. Nigga, from the back to A, Sonic Boom, the way he even included the A button, like which button you press. Yeah. Fucking
that was the part. Dude was downright forward with the punches. It was nice to see how dude can get a reaction.
Like, he takes it to that next fucking level to where, and then he still does it to where it all makes some semblance of sense. And then he gets hyped with the Mama slap, Papa slap, and nigga.
like the E Honda shit. Like, let's go through the characters. Did he do the whole roster?
No, because it's a lot. But he did a bunch.
He did motherfucking Ryu. The nigga did Bison. The nigga did.
And then
Blanca.
okay, hold on. Here's the thing about the Bison. This is once again he says shit like he passed by shocking Bison.
Was clapping. You was down forward with the punches. It was dope to see how dude could get a reaction. Everything that went by, son, left him in shock. They was blind cuz that's what happened when the replay melt. Don DeMarco secure a crowd reaction, but that's what happened when you got the DJ help.
Like Bison does the shit where he flies back and forth and shocks you. Like the shit makes sense, and then he went from the shocking and the Blanca. Like, all right, but yeah, he did fucking a whole shitload of characters, niggas. I wish he'd done Dawson though, because that's my favorite. That's who I use. I used to use Chun-Li. Damn, I'm hot. But yeah.
So the nigga did motherfucking Ryu, Bison, Blanca, E Honda, Guile, Sagat, Anubis, DJ. Like the nigga did Balrog, and that's it. In Balrog, the nigga had but the E Honda shit with the fucking crouch low with the bun attached. Hey, if you tap me 100 times, you get 100 slaps. Like he said, mama slap. Like the nigga Daylyt was just going in. Like his second round was well constructed. It started getting crazy. It started getting like a little, you know what I'm saying?
Third round.
Yeah, his third round. His third round started getting a little dry, and I feel like Daylyt felt it, and he just ended the motherfucker. And that's what was up. Like he came through and he had a shit. He gave a solid third round performance from all the shit. But the Street Fighter shit alone and the Mike P police shit, like for you, yeah. And this nigga was saying this shit like this motherfucker saying, "Oh, Daylyt didn't construct around 3 rounds toward Mike P." He talked about the nigga every round. He had something for him
in some aspect. First round, he talked about the nigga's status in the URL. Second round, he talked about the nigga's race. Third round, he talked about the nigga's fucking name and I guess technically kind of his race again. But like, yeah, every round, why would he give that much attention to Mike P? Is Mike P really that interesting of a person? Does he really have the resume of highs and lows that Day has to talk about? Like, what really are you gonna talk? You gonna talk about his Tink battle, his Av battle, and the time that he got punched in a battle? Like, he don't have the resume that Day has. Like, Mike P really ain't got that much to talk about. So for the nigga actually to pick a different aspect every round, like, I think that's enough attacking him directly for it to qualify as it's not like he had a bunch of canned shit that he just pulled out of a notebook and fucking spit.
Have y'all not ever heard of a battle rapper named Chess? Y'all must have not never heard of Chess.
You gonna have to explain that for them.
A nigga that just say a whole bunch of random shit and motherfuckers love it, and I don't even know why still. But Mike P, third round. Nigga. So was his third round as good as Daylyt to me? It was not as strong as Daylyt's. Let's go through what Mike People did in his third round. He had some shit about stadium food. And once again, this is what I was giving an example. I gave an example out of, and he actually did it in his third round. Some old hot dog, mustard, ketchup, relish, mayonnaise type ass.
Are you gonna really compare that to the Street Fighter scheme?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't. No,
you're not gonna compare that.
You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So
let's just X that out. It's some fucking filler that wasn't complete garbage.
So now when he started, but then after that, he started saying some light on the stick Han Solo mission, and then he was like, I'm gonna have you on the stick road smoking. That's a bogo, a hobo smoking or some shit. Like the nigga, he was saying some shit like he was going on one. Like the nigga, like I like what he was getting into. That
was my favorite part of the round.
And then
you can't check Mike check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Like his highlight of his round was his Daylyt name flips. I got his light flips was on point. Now the thing about this is every time a nigga battle Daylyt, about 65% of his material, and I'm pretty sure the hottest shit he's gonna say is gonna have
a Daylyt name flip.
Yeah, it's gonna have light in it somewhere.
Day with the Letterman jacket, day, Veterans Day.
Yeah, like it's gonna be in there. You know what I'm saying? Does Daylyt do it? No. I remember a battle. This nigga Daylyt said I don't do name flips because it's disrespectful to my tongue. It's just too easy to do. It's a giveaway. Anybody.
And even in this battle, if you look at most of the hot, like the really hot shit that fucking Mike P said, and I guess because, now this may be where I'm a little biased because I've watched so many Daylyt battles that I'm like, all right, man, everybody does Daylyt name flips.
Everybody.
And a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them. Like if you look at this battle, Mike P had like a bunch of Daylyt name flips in every round.
Now, it's a couple of battles where everybody had like 3 or 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, nigga, they actually didn't have that many Daylyt night flips. But then the ones they had was pretty cool, but they didn't have it, and that wasn't the highlight of their shit. But a lot of the times, those are people highlighted bars as the light flips. But to get back on Mike P, third round, his shit, that right there, that was nice. That was hot. That was
nice. Scope with the light head, I leave you lightheaded where the light is headed.
Yeah, but he was flipping the shit out that nigga name. That's what the fuck he was doing. So I can't really take that away from it and be like, well, it was name flips, it was weak, but the shit was hot as fuck.
No, it was definitely
you know what I'm saying?
Fucking dope. And I'm glad he didn't put it in the battle.
But the thing I really didn't like was the Daylyt wanna come home shit. To me, he'll get 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot. Our Daylyt coming now, he don't wanna come home. Like, that wasn't really that hot to me. It just like it didn't lead up. Like Mike P had a lot of shit.
I bet you in the moment it was hot than a motherfucker. I bet you
Mike P had a lot of shit that he said that was supposed to lead up to something, and I felt that was supposed to hit hard, and it didn't do what he thought it was going to do. And that some of that showed in that battle. And then, but the one thing I did like, he ended when he started talking about stop the rumors about Akuma. It ain't no father in Ryu. Something he'd go through, still catch a meal with a Hadouken. Like when that nigga started going into that Ryu transformation, like he was Ryu.
But I stop shooters and block losers. I am the new one. Stop rumors of Akuma. Ain't no father in Ryu, son. The great skill to touch 8 mil with a Hadouken. The red rag round the head and the wrist. Spit on your blue one. Now I see ya. Sight shifting. I said, now I see ya. Sight shifting. Watch how I move, Iris. 2 tyrants who made every decision by themselves and refused guidance. You could have had a big T-storm. Shine soon.
He was like, your red rag wrapped around my head and I spit on your blue one and all that shit. Like he was going in right there. Like, so he had parts of his third to me where he was doing good. Then he had parts where he fell off, and how he ended on his third kind of like gave the battle away for him and gave it to Daylyt to me in the third round. How Mike P ended it. It wasn't strong. It was like
it got hella shaky actually.
Yeah.
And it's one of them things where he probably got called time. Like, you better call time on this motherfucker after you call time on me. Or I don't know what the fuck happened. But yeah, it ended all fucked up. And for that to be the last part of the battle, in the last part of the battle, like the last thing you hear is, I've been on time, man.
Yeah, it don't matter. It all matter how you rapping. Time, man.
And then to that note, I also was like, you really can't say in the last part of your battle, it matters how you rap against a nigga that just rapped his ass off.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying? Because you really kind of making an argument for the other dude right about now. But yeah, I don't know. I gave the last 2 rounds to Daylyt. I gave the first round to Mike P. And as far as you want to be biased, I'm the same nigga that fucking said that Daylyt 3-0'd Chilla and Charlie Clips. And then I still gave Mike P the first round. So I feel like I'm not being biased. It just is what it is.
I mean, like I said.
But yeah, Daylyt definitely got the second round. Hands down, no question.
Second round, like the nigga left Earth, talked about the Metatron's Cube, Reptilians, Anunnaki, Thoth, Gauntlet of Infinity, motherfucking Indigo Childs, Star Kids, Stargates. Like, the nigga literally was just out of space with the motherfucking bars. And then
in that third round,
yeah, the third round,
the Street Fighter scheme enough was kind of enough.
And with the Mike Police oh, you think it's a difference? Like, that shit was hot.
So he had like 2 hot ass things that Mike P just didn't do enough, but it was fucking good.
Like, Mike P put up a good ass fight. He had it, but the third round, his material fell short, and it wasn't as strong as Daylyt's. I'm not even gonna say that Daylyt Street Fighter scheme was as raw as his Mortal Kombat. To me, his Mortal Kombat is better than the Street Fighter. The Street Fighter,
I think only because the Mortal Kombat one is like you had to really be paying attention to actually, like, if you weren't paying attention, you didn't catch the beginning of the Mortal Kombat shit. The Street Fighter shit was kind of like really blatant and in your face.
Yeah.
But it was still complete.
Yeah, but it was good. It just wasn't. It wasn't as complete as the Mortal Kombat. But it was like, and it's still like how even with the Capcom, like, he ended it on a good note. Mike P didn't end it on such a good note, and that's why I'm gonna give it to Daylyt 2-1. I give it to him second round. I give him to the third round.
Yeah, you got the second round and the third round.
I give Mike P the first round. Like, so, I mean, man, what the fuck? I don't see what other people saying. That could
Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? I'm on the social media. He is not. I hear a lot of people saying that Daylyt wasn't direct. It's like, yeah, we know you got a good vocabulary and you can rap your ass off, but you weren't direct. And I think we addressed that. And I think if that is your only criticism, or if you say Mike P won, then you just don't like the way Daylyt raps.
Yeah. You
just don't like what he does. Or you didn't get everything that he was doing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it has to be one of them.
Like, the nigga is like Kanye West. From the whole, it's so much happening that you just gotta pay attention to the shit. And if you don't like it, it just ain't for you. Like, the shit just ain't for you. Some people don't think Kanye West is a motherfucking musical genius. Like, you don't gotta like the nigga. You just gotta know certain shit.
So, hopefully, we will do all of these Born Legacy battles because A, we want to start bringing you more content. Like, we really want to kind of bring you more content. We're even going to try to change the name of the channel. So if it hasn't happened by the time this video drops, it will almost assuredly happen by the time the next video drops. As always, man, we do this for you. This is our way of hanging out with other battle rap fans while we get high. We hope that you enjoy it. Like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me. Basically, you search Uptown Jackson or UTJ on the social media, the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter. I think I'm the only one out this motherfucker.
It's your nigga Ice City 510.
Uptown Jackson. Holla at your boy. Peace.
Blanca! Careful, he's been exposed. I don't know if I can help him.
Bison! He who fights, then runs away, is a cowardly scum! Guile! Norma!